has a shop of accessories. There was this time when I didn't had any work, so when after the evening I used to leave my home to go to his shop, and I used to sit with him in his shop. It was a small shop where he used to sell all these accessories and those gym bags and other things like that. So once I was sitting in that shop, the customer came asking, "I need that gym bag, that duffel bag," and I have no idea what is it called, but that gym bag. He said, "These are the gym bags lying over there," and the customer asked him, "Are these leather bags? Are these made of leather?" And my brother said, "Yeah, yeah, these bags are made of leather." And I was sitting over there. I was kind of shocked. How are you selling a leather bag just for 5 euros? How is that possible? So, in front of that customer, only I asked him, "Is this really a leather bag?" He didn't. My brother didn't reply to me. He just started. Gave me a, if I'm not wrong, gave me a little stare, and he didn't respond to me. After a while, when that customer, that guy left, my brother moved, looked at me. I was sitting in front of him, and he said, "In front of the customer, you're asking me if this is a leather bag or not." So I, hopefully, if I am not wrong, I understood what he is trying to say, because I know they were not leather bags. So I asked him, "If this is not a leather bag, but then why are you selling it for leather? Just tell the people whatever material that is. That was some kind of Chinese synthetic leather. It was not original leather." So I said that, tell it to people, whatever that material is, and whoever wants to buy will buy. He said, my brother said this thing to me. He said, "This stomach we have get filled with 90% of lies and 10% of the truth." And I was like, I was just. I think if my memory is not failing me, I didn't respond it to him. I didn't respond it to him, and this was the one. This was one incident that happened in my life, and there are, and I hope that such incidents might have happened with you also, where you have been breached, or rather, I'll say you have been cheated in business, in finance, in financial dealing, or anything. When you bought a thing, and after some time you came to know that you got cheated in that thing. It has happened to me. There was this time when I went to buy some apples. So I went to buy some apples, and you know that those apples have some small stickers on them to to tell that these apples are some premium kind of apples. I went and I saw in the market there was this guy selling apples. I saw his apples. I am not an expert in buying vegetables or fruits, of course. So I saw that these apples have stickers, they must be premium. I bought them, and it's not that one apple has that sticker. Many apple had stickers, or all of the apples in that particular section has had that stickers. When I came home and I removed those sticker, the apple was exactly at that place, bruised, and with all the apples I had, every time I removed a sticker from that apple, exactly at that place, the apple was bruised. And I felt like I am cheated. I bought the apple. If it was bruised, you could have told me. Why hide it with stickers? You, you asked me for the complete money. I paid for the fair amount of money, and then in return you gave me this. So I was felt cheated. And I hope these kind of small things had happened with you also in your life many times. And and then I'm I'm reminded of this ayah in the Quran where Allah says, "Do not consume one another's wealth unjustly." Allah in the Quran, He says that do not consume one another's wealth unjustly. Do not consume each other's wealth in a manner which is unjust, which is not fair. And this this ayah is not just limited to financial dealings. It has so much to explore in this ayah. I can't in any way, if in any way, if only enough people, me, my family, and enough people start acting upon this ayah, the face of the world will change. Global finance will change. Inshallah. If only people start acting upon this ayah. Do not consume each other's one another's wealth unjustly. There's so much of cheating and lying and deception happening in our society, in my family, in our neighborhood, in our society, in the world. I think on an annual level, billions of dollars or billions of euros must be getting stolen from people of their wealth unjustly. And I really think that billions of dollars is small. The number should be at least in trillions. Just another example of what happened. I'm recording this audio video. When I was planning to record this video, so I thought that I should buy a mic or an audio, a Bluetooth device where my audio quality can be better. So I had this shop in my neighborhood. I went to him and I saw something. I asked, "Do you have that neck band?" There's this company, Boat. He gave me that uh, neck band of Boat, BOAT. I'm not sponsored, of course. He gave me that neck band, and I saw that box. I've used the neck band before, Boat, and I asked him, is this a counterfeit or is this an original product of Boat? He said, "No, this is original." Like, okay. I was made to see there was a sticker on that box which says 500 hours of backup, audio playable backup. And I was reminded that I searched the website of boat, and none of their product, the company boat claims 500 hours of playback time. I asked him, I've checked the website of this company. None of their product, this company claims that runs on a 500 hours of playback, and this box which you're giving me, it says 500 hours of playback. How is this How is this product the product of boat? Of course, it's a counterfeit product, and you're telling me this product is the product of a brand. So he went silent. And this is not a shop far away from my house. I just get out of my house and I walk few steps, and right in front we have that shop. And this is what he is doing with the very neighborhood he is living in. This was another example, and I hope that this must have happened with you. Just look at the just look at the global scale of cheating being done, of lies being said, of deception. All this industry of counterfeit products, where they produce. What is this industry of counterfeit product? Of course, you are making people. Yeah, this is the industry of deception, where you are selling some product. First, you are making a product of a specific brand without their permission. So, of course, you are committing a crime, and then you are selling that product you're selling that product in the name of brand. You're stealing people's money, and you're asking the same amount as the brand is asking. How's that even possible? How's that even fair? That is one of the example of how we consume people or one another's money unjustly, by cheating, by lying, by deception. But it is not even limited to that. Think about an employee or an employer. If the employee is working hard, is trying. This has happened to me. This has happened to me. Uh, During the time of COVID, I started working in this school before COVID hit, before the lockdown was placed. I got a job in that school as a teacher. My career started as an English teacher, and I love teaching too. So I got this job, and a week or two later, a lockdown was placed. And I remember not only me, but everyone in that school was working so hard to keep things going smoothly, that online classes are getting prepared very well, and everything was working smoothly, so that the school doesn't collapse literally because of the lockdown, and the teaching and education and work keeps on going. And I remember that I'll give you my example that, yeah, I was working so hard in that school, and of course they cut my salary to somewhat around I don't know, 50, not 50, somewhere around 30% or 35%. They cut my just said that we won't pay you 100% salary, because we won't be able to pay you 100% salary because of the lockdown and everything else. That I understand that, because everyone's salary was getting reduced. People's salary was there were other teachers whose salary were reduced to 50% and still they were working. So I had a better deal in working of that school. And I remember that my employer was not appreciative of my work. Till this day, till this day, I remember that guy, that person. That I wasn't appreciated for my work. I was robbed of my work, my efforts. Recently, I went back to that school only to get a job because I am unemployed. And in that very school, now of course that school has become very big. It has grown to multiple classes and a big staff. Now they have become a big school. I went into that school in order to get a job. I thought that I have been unemployed for a while now, and of course I couldn't get good jobs because I don't have any college degree. So I went to that school and I asked them, can I get the job back again in this school? He said, yes, you can get job, but you have to do a test. And that was shocking to me, of course. Yeah, I was working in this school and you want a test? Well, I said, okay. And then they gave me this, and something happened. I didn't got the job at that school. That was a bit of a tangent of my story. So this is what this is what I was trying to say, that my efforts were robbed, and I believe that this must be happening with so many people, where people are working so hard in their jobs, honestly, giving in their efforts, but they don't get appreciated for their work. That's an employer robbing people of their efforts. That's also kind of consuming their employer's wealth unjustly, because the efforts they are making is producing money only. The outcome of those efforts are the money only, and you're not giving back those employee their fair share of money. Yes, you are giving them salary, but you know that that specific employee is working more than what his salary is has been discussed, and still you don't care about that employee. You just care about yourself. So you are robbing him of his efforts. And then on the other hand, of course, there are employees who rob their managers or their employers with their wealth. It's two-way story. There's this employer who trusts his employees. There are no security camera surveillance, and the employee, the work that can be completed in 24 hours or 48 hours, that work is being done in 3 days or 4 days. Why? Why? It's because the employer start teaching the employer, "Oh, there are so many complications, you don't understand, boss. I have to take care of this and that and this and that." No, there's only one complication, that you are lazy. That you are robbing your boss unjustly. You're robbing your boss. You're consuming his wealth unjustly. That's the reason. There are no complications. You have the ability to complete that work in 24 hours, and you're taking to complete that work 3 days. That's not justifiable. That's you stealing. the money of your boss. And then it's not even limited to just offices and markets. This thing can be found in our homes also. Homes also. Your father is paying for your college tuition. Okay? He's taking care of your life so that you study and you study hard. And what are you doing or what am I doing? Wasting his money. He's sending us to go to the college, study, and all I am doing, all we are doing over there is having fun, making girlfriends, boyfriends, enjoying the time in the park. Our father, my father, your father, paid that college tuition from his hard earned money so that we can go and study. Not for us to make girlfriends and boyfriends. Not for us to go play all day. Not for us to enjoy cafes and pizzas. That time that was allotted for us to study, and when we had the privilege of someone else paying for our tuition fee, then it's our job to study. And if we are not doing that, if we are not, then we are robbing our family out of their money unjustly. If you got a scholarship and you decided, oh, I've got a scholarship from the government and let me go buy a new iPhone and I'll, 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 I'll arrange the money from my credit card, or I'll work in some dishwashing, I'll do some dishwashing job and I'll arrange the money, but right now I want to buy a new latest iPhone. So let me go to buy the new iPhone with the scholarship money I had, and that is you robbing that scholarship. You aren't given the scholarship to buy the new phone, or to buy the new Snickers, or to buy a new whatever. You were given that scholarship to study, so you study. Or all these things, as I see, I'm not an expert, I'm not a scholar, but this this ayah where Allah says, "Do not consume one another's wealth unjustly." So much can be said about this ayah. It's like it's an endless ocean. There's so many examples, and I have tried to give few of them in the PDF I'm designing for you people. There are a lot of examples over there. If so, for anyone who decides to read this PDF, might have might have some understanding, some understanding. Of course, I am not an expert again, but the sincere work which I have done, you might get some understanding of the corruption in our society, despite of what country you live in or what government is in power. No one is making you or making me forcibly to rob our families of their money, to rob our employers of our money, to rob our employees out of our money. These are unjust practices in our daily life. People say that governments are bad. From where are these governments coming from? People say that all these politicians are bad. Where have these politicians came from? They've came from our houses. They didn't came from some alien island or alien planet. These people are people who used to live among us only, and then they became a politician. Now, these politicians or our government, I will say, I, I don't know if I'll be right or not, but I think that governments are the representations of countries in some sense, not in all of the sense, but no, no. This example is not right. This example is not right. This is wrong. But what I am trying to say is, there's my friend's father asked me once. I said, "Tell me, what does charity begins at home means?" And I wasn't able to give him the answer because I didn't know about the meaning of this charity begins at home. But now I do understand that, yeah, if you want to make a change in the world, if you want to make a change in global level, you have to start from within. Change happens within. And when your heart, your soul, yourself is completely changed, people start seeing the outcome of that change. Then people start getting affected by your outcomes. Your family change, your neighborhood change, your city, your state change. And if enough people start acting upon this ayah, do not consume one another's wealth unjustly, the world will change, inshallah. Global finance will change. We will, we will, we don't have to, on the global scale, we don't have to start a war with other countries to earn money. We don't have to destabilize an entire continent to earn money. We don't have to kill people in name of national security to earn money. We don't have to do all kind of nonsensical and in the name of money and power, whatever is being done. We sit around our houses on the other side of the screen, watching the screen with these news that this scandal happened, that scandal happened. My friend, it starts from us. We have to change, and we have to instill the principles, these principles, in our children, so that don't they become a better generation than us. I hope I was able to convey uh, some message to you. This was this was a principle taken from this ayah, the principle of transparency. That we have to be transparent in our deals, in our money matters. If we are buying things or selling things, we have to be transparent. If we are in in a job agreement, in a financial agreement, if it's a job, if you're doing a job, if you're providing a job, if you're making an investment, if you're doing any kind of financial things, you have to be transparent. You cannot rob other people out of their money. If in family, you're taking your father's money, I'm taking my father's money in the name of I want to study, I want this material, I want that material, I want this device, I want that device, and then you're going, I am going out and doing party with that money to show off in front of my friends, whom soon after the college end I won't even hear any one of them, hopefully. That's robbing my father out of his money, hard earned money. That's the principle of transparency. We have to be transparent in whatever we do. Whatever we do. If you are selling something, sell that thing with being transparent. If that thing has some defect in it, tell it. Tell the customer. If the customer is, if I as a customer is buying a commodity with some some kind of tiered tiered cash or tiered bill, I don't have to hide that money and then give it to the seller. Just tell it that the bill I'm giving you, the cash I'm giving you is torn up. If I'm in a job, then it's my duty to do the work properly, to fulfill my responsibilities properly. That's transparency. That's I'm being transparent with my employer. And my employer, on the other hand, is supposed to be fair and appreciative of my efforts. Is not supposed to be overburdening me of the work I was never told that I will be given to do at the time of an employment. This thing happened to me. Like I think I gave you one of the example of the school. The other it has happened to me in my other jobs also, and I think that this might be happening with many of the people around the globe, where they, at the time of employment, are not told about the complete work. But when slowly times happen, the work keeps on increasing. The manager keep on putting the pressure and pressure and pressure on people. That's robbing people out of their money. That's robbing people out of their efforts. Be transparent. Tell people. Tell people all the terms and conditions clearly. If you're making any contract, don't write fine printed contracts, complicated language which people won't understand. Just signing a contract doesn't mean that the contract is valid. No. You have cheated other people by writing extremely fine printed lines, extremely complicated languages intentionally, so that people don't understand and they just sign it. That's you robbing people. That's you not being transparent. That's me not being transparent with other people. And people not being transparent with me. In any kind of contract, a contract of financial dealing, a contract of investment, a bond, even a contract of marriage. When marrying a person, you didn't make it clear what were the responsibilities of the spouse. And after 6 months after 6 months of the marriage, you start putting on the pressure on your spouse, be it a husband or a woman, be it a husband or her wife. That's robbing people. That is robbing people. Contracts are not limited to finance only. There's so many examples that can be given. There's so literally so many examples. Just in your life, in my life, whenever we are doing anything, just keep this thing in mind, that I am not going to rob people, take people, other people's money unjustly. And we have to internalize this thing, folks, honestly. I hope this video helped, and I hope to see a world where people don't rob each other's money. And I hope that people start acting upon this ayah. I'm well aware that my audio is not, my audio quality is not very good. That I've heard from people that my audio gets very high and then it's get lows. See, I can make the video on my laptop, but I don't know why it's whenever I make a video on YouTube, it shows me the processing will start in 48 hours. Like 48 hours. That's so much. Recording the video on my phone is much easier, but I don't know what is an issue with my mic. Hopefully, I'll get a new mic on the phone, and slowly my audio will get better. Thank you for watching me. Today we discussed the principle of transparency, by the way.